Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. It's got the stock gun, which means it's Talon, yes. Well, he's not the only one who uses the stock gun. I do it as well. And so does Angelina. And this is the first replay sent in by him for this week's contest. Yes, they both sent in replays. This is Talon's effort first. It's a 15cm howitzer, capable of 480 alpha and penetrating 38mm of armour. For this fall, it's got a standard reload of 25.31 seconds, and it's the same gun as on the Gorilla, which means it's very accurate indeed. And it's got a really great trajectory as well, which means the shell is coming down almost right from above on top of an enemy target. Makes it very, very difficult for the enemy, and he's decided to go close so he can get shots on any enemy tank going up onto this little lookout area, which is where you might call the duck, because it's shaped like a duck on the mini map, if you notice that. And on the other side is a mouse. It's shaped like a mouse. Well, he fired that round in just in case there was anyone there that was unspotted. But that's okay, because even if he didn't get any damage from that, he's got plenty of tanks he can fire at now, including a KV2 and an OE, who have chosen to go to this rock, which is very, very bad, because this is going to happen. Yeah, direct hit there. Only 8 hit points because it hit the heavy armor right on the front of the ONI, but it is a hit. A direct hit at that. And he's still able to hit the enemy, even though they are, because the shells are going up over the top of the rock that is in between him and the enemy. A direct hit on the Carnarvon for 144. The superb thing about this trajectory is it's very good, but the only problem is the howitzer he's using has got a very short range, so he has to get closer to the enemy if he wants to get shots on them. And of course that can make him vulnerable if the enemy can see him. And if somebody actually goes up onto the duck, that little lookout, he might be able to spot Talon. In the meanwhile, Talon's actually spotted an ONI. It's not the same one. I think there's more than one in the game. Dialed in, rounds out, looks accurate. It is. He got 155 for the hit, and he got 396. Oh, he's got 716 from that afterwards. 892. It's just racking up. If you hit the right target, it can really rack up the damage. And remember, half of all the damage he gets the XP from half of the damage is done. So basically, it ends up in the end that he might even get an ace tanker if he can get enough damage from the enemy just by stunning them and then collecting all the stun assist afterwards. Okay, T28 HTC, the concept, the heavy tank concept. It's supposed to be an assault tank destroyer, well, an assault tank more than anything. He didn't get any damage other than critical hits on that one, but look at this, we've got two tanks together, Carnarvon and the Skoda T56. Unfortunately, they've managed to knock out our roadblock, the OI, and they're now moving along. But can we get a shot into the Carnarvon? Pick the right moment there, and yes, he hit 2 at once there. I love hitting 2 at once, it's so much fun. There's a certain map called Outpost where they tend to do that a lot. You know, they'll park up alongside each other, and you can hit 2 tanks at the same time. Unfortunately, the enemy tanks appear to be getting fairly close to the pass, and now all we've got is an OI down there blocking them. So Talon's decided to pull back. He can still hit them, he's still within range, but he wants a better firing position with a little more protection, because if he stays where he is, he won't have that. He's decided to go over right in this corner where there's a line of bushes. I think he might just be... Oh, he is in range. He is in range. Unfortunately, we lost the OI. He's firing blind, but he got a direct hit on whoever was there. So somebody felt his shell, And now it's the VK3601H who's spotting for him. Oh, and a Jagdpanzer Bier who's made a suicide run around the outside and unfortunately got wiped out by a KV2. But we now see the T28 HTC, a tank that didn't get built but was theorized, and he got another direct hit. I think that was on the Carnarvon. And that HTC is now blocking the shot on the Skoda, who can't be very happy about that, but he's had to pull back. And we're almost loaded. Standard reload is 25.31, and Talon's got 20.50, so very fast reload by comparison. In fact, it's very similar in terms of reload time to the original reload time for the M44, which is also tier 6, but unfortunately has been nerfed to hell now. In fact, actually, in some instances, does have a longer reload than the Hummel does. Oh, another direct hit! He was guessing though on that one, I think, or guessing more like a calculated interpretation of where the enemy might be. He managed to logically work out where the enemy might be and put a shell in there, and yes, he was right. Fires one in. Just a fraction of a second late, but it did pick up some stun assist. In fact, we now have control of their cap area, and they're having to get back to their own cap. Oh, and there's that Carnarvon again, and he is ripe for killing. One shot might be enough. And it is! 138, so he cleverly worked that one out as well. That Oni is actually just inside, underneath the shade of the rock. He's just in defilade. We can't hit him at the moment. We might be able to hit the T28 HTC. Yep, Talon's worked that one out. Bounce out. It's going to land. Oh! Yes, it landed just behind him, but he's still got 102 hit points. I thought for a second he was going to miss them altogether because the T28 started moving forwards, but then he moved back and straight into the path of the shell. Always nice when they oblige that way. Bounce out again. Unfortunately on that one, just critical hit and stun. Wondering what that Skoda's up to. Oh, I think he's trying to defend himself from our guys who are coming down the other side as well now. There's only 3 left on the enemy team. That's Skoda. Oh, they just lost their KV2. And now there's only got the Skoda T56 and the T28 HTC. Okay, we're looking for the Skoda. Where are you? There he is. Briefly saw him. There's the T28. He's still stunned, but the... Oh, that's a drive-by. Yeah, he didn't stand any chance with that one. He just drove straight past and put a 100mm round right into the side of him. You can see our teammate in the Lorraine actually coming back to the cap to try and get a shot. Oh, and the enemy has been killed, so the game is over, and it's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. Very well done. It looked like it was going to be an ace tanker, but sadly he didn't get it at the end. He did get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. And he got a Confederate as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 1,699. Not as high as I thought it would be, but he was certainly punching those rounds in as fast as he could. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the AMX 65 ton, who got a high caliber for 4,615 hit points of damage. The second highest damage in the game actually went to the Skoda with 3,624, and the third highest went to that Carnarvon with 2,654. Talon managed 1,066, which puts him a little way down the table because there was 6 ahead of him on his own team and 3 ahead of him on the enemy team. So yes, he's in 10th place when it comes to damage. But when it comes to kills, well, he's a little further up the table, but only a little bit. The highest number of kills went to the AMX65 ton with 5 kills. 4 kills went to the T34-100, who did that drive-by on the T28. And then 2 kills went to the Lorraine 40 ton, the Carnarvon, and the KV2 on the enemy team. And Talon only got the 1 kill, but it was the Carnarvon, and it was a good one right at the end. When it came to base XP, he's even further up the table because the top scorer was the AMX65 ton with 1,184. 1,038 went to the T34-100, the constructor. Yes, those are the only two who managed to get over 1,000 base. The next highest being the T34-85M with 815, and Talon was just behind him with 810. 15 shots fired, 8 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 16 splash. Damage of 1,066 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1, so just got the Confederate. 1,425 stun assist of 16 stuns. He earned 46,730 credits from the battle, 58,411 from holiday ops, and 105,141 credits altogether. After ammunition resupply took away a profit of 97,566 credits, 1,215 XP times 2 for the first victory, 2,430 experience points altogether. So that's a really good start to this week's contest. A first class, a bruiser, and a Confederate. So Angelina, if she wants to get the weekend lie-in, she's either going to have to come up with 2 medals and a first class, or she's going to have to come up with a first class, a bruiser, and a Confederate, and a higher win 8 than Talon. Or alternatively, she could just come up with an ace tanker straight away, and of course that will win her the weekend lie-in straight away. Now, I haven't done the video yet for last week's contest, but I will be doing that. It'll be a 2-parter video coming up in a short while. There's a couple of other videos in between. But then you'll be able to see exactly what happened last weekend. At least I hope I'll be able to work out what happened last weekend. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.